Hey, good morning. This is Father George Corrigan. This is the 15th Sunday of Ordinary Time in Lectionary Year C, and today's Gospel is a well-known Gospel. It is the Gospel of the Good Samaritan. I think everyone knows it. We certainly even have laws, the Good Samaritan laws that allow you to render aid, to render mercy on roadside accidents and not have liability. So it carries on to our culture, and certainly it carries on to our imagination. It's a very rich reading. There's so much that can be said. I mean, from the very high level that we often think of the Good Samaritan as, this is us in action in the world. And that's true. But it's also Jesus in terms of, from the great mercy throne of heaven, God looks down and sees the need for humanity to have that mercy. And so he draws near, he draws close. He comes incarnate as the Holy Word of God. Living among us, like us in all things except sin, and reaches out. And think of all the times he reaches out to touch people and healing and the rest. And he is the one who is mercy, that shows mercy. And then he basically tells us at the end of the gospel, well, that's it. Go and do that. The young scholar goes, yeah, go and do that. That's the mercy. And I would simply offer that the very first thing we encounter is what we see. I mean, certainly in the reading of the Good Samaritan, the Levite and the priest, what did they see? It doesn't matter. They pass by. They're not called to draw near, much less show mercy. It's the Samaritan who draws near. Why? Something in what he sees, something in his internal clock that says, I need the help. I need to reach out. But think about it in the normal course of things. What is it you see? So, for example, it's in the morning, you're going out to your car, you're going to work, and you look up and here comes your neighbor, and he goes, hey, neighbor! What do you see in that moment? Do you see your neighbor that you're glad to see? Do you see your neighbor who's nosy about all things? Do you see your neighbor who is on the homeowners association, is about to talk to you while your mailbox is 3 inches too high in the wrong color and not angled exactly 90 degrees to the road and some other small thing, but it totally annoys you to no end? Is he the one that says, hey, neighbor, I need to borrow? And you're thinking, holy, geez, you already have 10 of my tools, you haven't returned any. What is it you see in that moment? Because what we see in that moment is what either draws us closer to be able to be merciful, to be compassionate, to be those things that Christ is for us, or propels us and pushes us away. And I think certainly one of the things that we almost need to remind ourselves every day, and it was one of my encounters on doing death row ministry in North Carolina, is that there I am in a room with 10 convicted killers, and over time to learn to see them, that these are all children of God, that they may have thrown their life away and thrown the life away of others, but the one thing they can never throw away is they are a child of God, and that is simply the entry point of which we are to draw near and show mercy in the way appropriate in the right situation. So that nosy neighbor, that borrowing neighbor, that homeowner association executive neighbor who comes over, maybe the first thing is to take a deep breath and goes, here comes a child of God. And take that moment to let the Spirit come, to change your heart, and to be a source of mercy for that person on this day. And so, just a few thoughts, a few words on the Holy Word of God. Have a great day. God bless.